Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back here to Just Win Bets, baby. This is Shane O'Mac. Haven't seen you guys in a long time. We are both on vacation. Much needed trip for the beach before the busy NFL football and college football seasons. We're happy to be back. And Joe the fan, we got some news we have to talk about our local team here. Terry McLaurin, he's holding in. He was holding out for the first couple days of camp. Now he's back in training camp, but he's not doing anything. There's a mystery ankle injury that he's sitting out from, right? So he's holding in, and now he's demanding a trade. What are your thoughts on Terry?
Well, first off, it's great to be back with you there, Shano. I don't think we can go on vacation ever again because not only the Redskin news, but also there's a lot of celebrities that passed away. Ozzy passed away, Lonnie Anderson, just to name a few, the great Hulk Hogan. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and list everybody, but it just feels like every single day that we were on vacation, you or I were on vacations, like someone passed away famous, in our childhood. And again, we get this information regarding the Washington Redskins in Terry McLaurin. Before, right when we were leaving, he's like, hey, I'm holding out. I want a contract extension. We had a video that we talked about and said, hey, he needs to get an extension. I don't have a problem with that. I also commented on the fact that he should honor his contract. I was under the impression that he was getting paid $25 million this upcoming season, but apparently he's getting paid $18 million. So I stand corrected on that. That being said, Terry, if you don't want to be, if you want a contract extension, which again, I agree he does deserve an extension. However, I still think that they need to honor the contract. That being said, I think that if you are saying that, hey, now that you want to be traded or you want this or you want that, then why the heck are you showing up to camp? I mean, why are you hanging around high-fiving, the owner, high-fiving everybody, trying to learn stuff, talking to your agent, which your agent needs to be fired. Let's really be honest. Right there. That's the first thing that you need to go. Okay. I've already listed, Shana, as you know, what the things that I would do as an owner. Get rid of the name, the C word. Get rid of Major Tuddy, and definitely Terry, get rid of your agent. That's the top three right there. Okay. But why even show up to camp? I don't understand it. I mean, you have this, maybe the angle is legit. I'm not calling him a liar or anything like that. He's a good guy. I agree with that. And he signs all the autographs. Great. But it's just kind of like, it's like old school when you're going at trying to, you like a girl and she's like leading you on. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, hey, look, yeah, hey, are we going to prom or we're going out on a date, blah, blah, blah. And then it's at the end, like, no, I'm looking for, like, you're putting us in the back burner is the way that I see it. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know, Terry, if you want to be here, great. If you don't want to be here, get out.
I think he wants to be here. I think that he's demanding a trade because that's his last, play he has. If nothing's moving forward, it's like, right, hey, trade me or pay me,
Right.
And I think that's his last card to play he has. And as why he's there, I mean, getting fined $50,000 a day that you're not there, that has a lot to do with why you have to come in, right? So you hold out 10 days, that's $500,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And in addition to that, I didn't mean to cut you off, but in addition to that it's not just that money, but Terry, if you're not going to play this season, you're not going to get paid at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get the 50,000 ball, and he only sat out for 2 or 3 days, give or take. Okay. But, and I agree with you. If he was out for 10 days, that's $500,000. That's a lot of bread. Which a certain percentage goes to his agent. Right. So I get all that, but I don't know. I see the card that he's playing, but it's not just him. It's also, of course, you've got the guy, Michael Parsons from Dallas. You've got all these other guys around the leagues doing the same thing. That's got to stop, man.
Yeah, Micah Parsons holding out. Same thing. Actually, he's been at training camp. I think he's been participating at least, but he has demanded a trade, so he could stop that at any point. And Michael Parsons he's going to demand a lot more money than Terry. I mean, he's going to be like in that TJ. He's going to be in that TJ Watt range, probably at $40 million plus. The Cowboys. I love Jerry Jones.
Yes.
I want Jerry Jones to run that team for the next 100 years. I hope he stays alive. I hope he's nice and well and healthy. I want all of his blood pressure work and his all that tests to come back positive. And
Yes.
I want him because he makes the dumbest decisions ever, doesn't he?
Not only him, but his son does too. So it's either him or his son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like he's been doing this with the Cowboys for a while, where like he puts off signing these guys, and then it just makes their price go up and up and up and up. We're to the point where he's paying like Dak Prescott $50 million to play football this year, where he's the highest paid player in the NFL this upcoming season, which is ridiculous, right? So I want him to stick around forever. But yeah, I mean it's the last play that a lot of them have. And you said something about Terry's agent. McLaurin has a pretty small time agent compared to most players. He doesn't really have a lot of high profile players. And I think this is leading into it. I think he's using Terry as kind of like a ploy, saying like, hey, if I can get Terry paid, I can put that on my resume. I might get a couple other guys to sign with me. And then therefore, hey, I can get more clients that way. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I could definitely see that happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead. Did you say something?
No. I agree with you. All
right. So with Terry in mind, I had this little game we can play. I just had a feeling. I have the top 10 highest paid receivers right here for the 2025 season. Let's take salary out of the equation. Just straight up, who would you rather have play for you this season? Either Terry McLaurin or the receiver I'm going to say. And you say which one?
I hope it's not the Minnesota receiver who just recently got suspended for 3 games. Atkins. I'm just saying.
Oh, did he really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he did.
I was driving back from the beach. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. PEDs.
Oh,
guys,
man.
get off the PEDs. Jeez.
All right.
Go ahead.
First one, who's making the most money this year? Jamar Chase. Who would you rather have, Terry McLaurin or Jamar Chase?
Based on the resume, Chase.
Chase for me, for sure. 100% Chase.
Yeah.
All right. So number 2, Justin Jefferson or Terry McLaurin?
Jefferson.
I think we both agree Justin Jefferson. Yeah, definitely. All right. Number 3, CeeDee Lamb.
I'm gonna go with Terry on this. I'll go with Terry.
I think this is close. That one's closer.
That's close.
But I think I'd rather have CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb has more big time play potential, and like he had 1,000 catches last year. The Cowboys would have been lost without him last year.
No, I agree with you, but I'm also factoring the age, so that's why I was like, when I saw the age here, he's about to be 30, blah blah blah. I was like, I don't know, man. But anyway,
all right. So next one, number 4 is DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf or Terry? Who would you rather have?
I take Metcalf. I say Metcalf. Yeah,
I think.
And I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where you're going with it. But go ahead.
I would go Terry in that situation. So we flip flop on those two. All right. Number 5, fifth highest paid receiver this year, AJ Brown. AJ Brown or Terry McLaurin? I'm taking AJ Brown. He's too much of a physical freak.
I'll take Brown.
That dude is huge. I mean, have you seen him with his shirt off? That dude's ripped.
Yeah, he's ripped. Yeah, I'll say Fans are going to get on me because I had to hesitate there. I was like, because
AJ Brown's definitely mine there. I love Terry. As a person, Terry McLaurin. I would much rather be around than AJ Brown.
Sure.
But if I just need it for one season, I'm taking AJ Brown.
Sure.
Next one, Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Lions. You want him or do you want Terry Brown?
I'll take Terry.
I think I would take Terry over him as well. I think that's close though. I think they're pretty similar players.
Yeah, that's close. That one's a close one.
I think they're pretty similar players. All right, number 7, Terry or Tyreek Hill for this upcoming season. Who would you rather have?
I don't care for the attitude, so I'm going to go with Terry.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill attitude is crazy, and he's getting up there in age too. A lot of people don't know this, but he's like, I think he's 32 now. I mean, he's getting up there.
And he got arrested going to the game last year, remember? So I don't know if he's even available. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he got arrested. He's known for like disciplining his kids in not the nicest ways, like beating his kids. I mean, stuff like that. Allegedly.
Maybe you learn from AP. Allegedly.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just saying.
All right, number 7 on the list, or 8 on the list.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill and Brandon Ayuk have the same amount of money. Who would you rather have, Terry McLaurin or Brandon Ayuk?
I would have Terry over Brandon.
Especially this year with Ayuk. Remember he got that payday and then he got hurt instantly. Remember, which I'm scared. That's what I'm scared about with Terry is get him into camp somehow, make some sort of deal with him, so that way he gets some legs underneath him, so he doesn't get hurt this season.
Yep.
All right, number 9, another receiver just got paid. T. Higgins or Terry McLaurin?
T. Higgins.
You like T. Higgins better?
Yes.
I think I would stick with McLaurin.
Oof. Okay.
All right, and then number 10, Jalen Waddle or Terry McLaurin.
I'll take McLaurin. I think
I'd take McLaurin too. I like Waddle too a lot.
Yeah,
I think he's comparable with a lot of those guys.
No, T. Higgins, beast.
He is beast. That's definitely the best 1-2 combination in football with him and Jamar Chase.
Absolutely.
You can't guard both those guys. That's why their offense is so great. Okay, so if he's on par with a lot of those guys, the lowest paid guy on that list is Jalen Waddle, and that's at $28.3 million. So if he's scheduled to get 18, yes, Jalen Waddle is getting paid $28.3 million.
Okay.
Right. And then the highest one that you said you would take Terry over CeeDee Lamb. I went CeeDee Lamb over him, but CeeDee Lamb's making $34 million this season. So that's the range he's looking to get. He's trying to get in that 30+ range. I think if he gets more guaranteed, and like if I think they get him like right at 30, which will get him to that Brandon Ayuk, which is getting paid $30 million a year. Ron-Ross St. Brown's getting paid $30 million a year. T. Higgins is getting paid $29 million this year. So if he gets that 30 million number mark, I think this deal will get done. I just think it's going to have to get done. And Commanders, I know it sucks, and like you said, they should order that you want them to honor his contract, but the man wants to get paid, and we have a lot of cap space still. We're not signing anybody. Give them the money now, and front load it for this year and next year before we have to pay Jaden Daniels $1 billion because he's going to demand a ton of money when his rookie deal comes up.
I get it, but there's like 4 players that we are, who are 4 good players that are going to be free agents next year. You take Debo for an example. Now, we haven't seen anything from Debo yet. I'm just using him as an example. So, we can go down the list of all these players, but okay. Enough for the fantasy. Let's talk reality. The reality is this: 28 for sure he'll get, 30 max. That's it, and it's going to be 2 or 3 years. That's it. So if he's looking for a 5-6 year deal, ain't happening. That's not happening, my guy. So I don't see that happening at all. When will he sign? I think he signed because he doesn't need. Listen, he's hurt, but he doesn't need camp or anything until maybe week 2 of the preseason. Now we're getting up to week 1 with New England, which they're playing this weekend. Okay, but yeah. I don't, and there's only 3 preseason games, so yeah, and they're playing the Giants on week 1. So okay,
but this week here is like they're doing the joint practice with New England, which that might open their eyes to like see that hey, we do have a need a receiver, because without him, and I told you this before, without Terry McLaurin, their receiving room is garbage. I mean, like I love the team, but I mean Debo is not. He's more of like a gadget guy, kind of does a little bit of everything.
But I like Brown.
Guy, stuff like that. He'll do screens. He'll run the ball, right? Stuff like that. But he's not taking the top off defense. He's not running like a skinny post down the middle of the field. He's just not that player, right?
Yeah, but
where Terry is.
Brown's just been hurt.
Yeah,
he had some health
he's good.
issues. But
so and you brought him up. I think Terry McLaurin is better than Debo Samuel currently, and Debo just extended the Commanders, the Redskins, gave him $3 million in incentives, which is going to put him close to $20 million this year. So Terry's getting paid less than he will be this year. Terry McLaurin's got 15.5 in base salary, which he would get, and he can get up to 2.8 in bonuses. So that puts him at 18 million, like you're saying. If he gets everything, if he gets all of the roster bonuses and all things, stuff like that. So he'll be getting paid $2 million less than Debo, and I think that he's the better receiver between the two of them. And the other thing is get it done, because I don't want every second that Jaden's not practicing with him, I think is hurting us and hurting his development. And I want Jaden to be the best quarterback possible. The kid's incredible. Get the hardworking quarterback. He works hard. Get him his best target. And the guy that, whenever he needed a play next year, he went to two people. It was either McLaurin or Ertz for Ertz to catch the ball and fall down instantly.
Right. Okay, but it's just kind of like, I understand you're concerned about the timing. Okay. All right. I think the terminology is there because now it's second year with Kingsbury, but I get that, but there's going to be timing issues even if he signs tomorrow going into week one, because you notice that all these NFL teams aren't really that great in week one.
Right.
So, and we looked like a show last year when we took on Tampa Bay. It was okay, but again, we all looked at it as, okay, Jaden's a rookie, yada, yada, yada. Now that we've got a left tackle, we've got Debo, and that was the other thing. We got to pay Larry. So, I'm just saying.
Last year in week one, you could tell they still had the training wheels on Jaden. Like they didn't let him go yet. They're like, we're slowly going to get this in there. And then you can see like by week 3 or 4, I think that Bengals game where he threw that deep ball to Terry to win the game. That's when they're like, all right, this kid is the guy. We can start opening this thing up more, But in that week 1 game, you can tell. I mean, which I get. You have a rookie quarterback making his first start. I would do the same thing. I would have a very simple game plan. Let him get his feet wet in the NFL first before you make him do anything crazy.
Okay, but then I'm going to be bad cop here with Terry. What other year has he been great? Now, if you're going to say 1,000 yards every single year, almost every year, it wasn't. I think there was 1 year he wasn't. He was close to 1,000. I mean, the team has been garbage, and now they're saying, well, now that you have a quarterback, and now we're starting to look great. Okay, hey, it's just been 1 year, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here, but I don't want to see a sophomore slump just like we saw with Houston, right? So with Stroud. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't want that to happen. But I think the reality has to come into fact that, hey, look, we're not thinking, everybody has a goal to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Yes. But, let's go one thing at a time. Let's try to win the division. I think we have an opportunity to win the division based on what's happened in the last 20, 25 years. Okay. Maybe go back to the NFC Championship. Let's see what we can do. We have add some factors into the building this team and making it better. So now it's been another year. Hopefully the defense is going, because we couldn't stop the run. Really couldn't stop the run. So we got some pieces, not some great pieces, but we got some pieces. Okay, let's see what we can do. We got a good rookie cornerback that we drafted. Okay, you've got the guy from Michigan from last year. What's his name? Starts with an S. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So, the linebackers are going to be, Luvu's going to be there. You've got it, but
old man Von Miller.
You got, I mean, I think he's just third down back right there. You've got Wagner. You've got the kid that is in his second year. It was a linebacker. I forgot his name, but I heard he's doing great. So hopefully the defense, steps up, but we got to stop the run, dude.
Yeah, it all's going to start with that, especially with who's in our division. And like, if you think about, like you said, winning the division, how are you going to win the division? You have to go through the Eagles. What are the Eagles really good at? They're really good at running the football, right?
Sure.
So that's how you win, is you got to stop Saquon Barkley. And I hate to say it, I hope this doesn't actually happen, but Madden Curse might help us out here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But the kid that we got last year from, I believe, Clemson, right? The D tackle.
Yeah,
that kid's got to step up.
Yeah, he was coming off like a surgery at the beginning of the year last year, I think.
Sure,
but,
sure.
I think that's part of the reason why they traded John Allen. Is I think they saw something in him saying, like, I think that at least that's what I would hope, is they saw something in him off the field saying, like, I think that he could take over John Allen, because that's why one of the reasons why they got rid of him. Remember? So
and we got the guy from San Francisco / Jets. I don't remember his name either. I'm bad with names. Sorry. Okay, so I mean, I think we're coming, but I'll tell you this: the first thing that I would have got rid of, and they did, St. Juice, gone. Thank God, he was terrible.
Yeah, the guy you're thinking about is Kinlaw, Javon Kinlaw.
Kinlaw. That's right. I knew it was a K, but
he's a big body, so hopefully he'll still help stop the running.
Sure.
But he's never been like a world beater anywhere else either. But you never know.
No.
You put a guy on the right scheme and he clicks with it. It happens.
Yeah, and if he buys in, especially with Payne, Payne's been doing very well, but I do miss Allen. But it's a business. It's a business. I
think John Allen would dominate as a 3-4 defensive end instead of a 4-3 D tackle.
Oh yeah.
If some 3-4 team picked him up and put him as a 3-4 defensive end, he would kill in that role. That's like his dream scenario. I think.
I agree with that.
I think he's a little too small to be in the interior, like as a straight D tackle in the NFL. He's a strong dude and big dude, but he's not like some of these D tackles that you see that are massive and individuals, and he's a big guy too. But I think that's like his ideal position. Just by looking at him, I don't know if he would agree with me or not, but just by looking at his play of work at the 3-4 defensive end, I think that's like his ideal spot.
Well, I coached against him when he was at Stonebridge.
Yeah.
I saw the tape. It was I don't know if John Allen is actually watching this or not. Maybe he will one day, but I saw it live. He jumped over. The other team, the opposing team was punting. He jumped over the lineman. He literally did. I was like, what the heck? I'm telling you. I think he was a junior, maybe. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember, but I thought I think when we got him, I was like, holy cow, I'm super glad. But anyway, in other news,
Stonebridge has put out a bunch of deep NFL players. I don't know what they have in the water out there. They've had like 10 or so players from a high school that's relatively newer high school. That it's crazy that they have that many in that few time.
Yeah,
but
at least they weren't recruiting. Anyway, we ain't gonna go down that road. So in other news, the D.C. Council, of course, approved the RFK Stadium. That thing should have been blown up 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Look, Redskins. We went to the Outer Banks. Everything I saw down there, they didn't even want to say the C word. So from now on, I'm saying Washington Redskins. If you don't want to subscribe, get off this thing. I don't care. Washington Redskins.
Well, the Carolinas, they before the Panthers, that was all Redskins territory.
Yeah.
Especially North Carolina. North Carolina, there's still a lot of hardcore Redskin fans. But that whole area before the Panthers came, some of them migrated there. Some of it is Dan Snyder's doing that because nobody liked him and helped people migrate towards him too. But
and we were garbage.
Yes, and we were bad for a long time, right? But there's still a lot of hardcore Redskin fans down there for sure. Because when I was down there, I was in a couple restaurants and bars. I saw some Redskin logos in the bar or back behind it, and some flags down there. That's all people in front of their house. So yeah, it's still huge down there for sure.
Yeah, they like the hat. They saw the colors. They're like, hey.
Thank God that passed. They had 9 votes. They needed 7. They had to vote on it again for some reason because it's DC politics. I don't know why they had to vote on the thing twice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they have to vote once, and then they bring it up again and discuss it again, and they vote again. Happens a couple days. I don't know why they do that, but that's the way DC does it. And then because it's DC, it has to go through federal stuff. So it has to be signed off on by some federal committee, and then that's official once that happens. So So what's scary now is I think it'll pass the other vote. I don't see why it wouldn't, unless there's a total change of heart between like they would have to have 3 senator or whatever they are council members. 3 council members drop out from the vote because they had 9 votes and they have to have 7 to pass it. So I don't see 3 people flipping. But it could. I mean, you heard what President Trump said about how he said he's not going to let them get that stadium there if they don't change the name back. So if he puts his fingerprints on it, that might make it slow down even more, which I don't want. I just want the stadium to start putting dirt shovels in the ground, start getting some dirt dug out there, start working on things because it's going to take 4 or 5 years before it opens up.
Absolutely. And there've been talk about maybe a possible Super Bowl in the future. That would be huge.
WrestleMania. That's what I want.
Oh yeah. We'll be there. But yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I think the plan is the Redskins name will come back. The emblem will come back. I think we'll have to wait X amount of years. When the stadium's done, boom, there it is. But no, my back to the original question about Terry McLaurin. I wish him the best, but Terry, he's going to sign because these guys are going to be like, look, I want to get paid. I want to get paid. Sure. Okay. You live a certain lifestyle. I'm not questioning that lifestyle. Okay. But sooner or later, you're going to have to pay the bill. Okay. So just play out. And then what the Skins should do, don't franchise tag him. Just get it done. You need to get this done in a perfect world. Get it done in the next couple of weeks. I agree with you on that. Get it done. But after that, let's get ready to play some football.
Like I said, I think these because New England still has a good defense, and I think these practices are going to be doing with New England. They didn't practice. The Redskins didn't practice today because they were traveling up to Foxborough because they're doing these joint practices before the preseason game, which I love those. I love the joint practices. I wish we did those every year because I think it really helps the team focus in on what they want. It does a lot more than the preseason does, I think, because you can really focus in, each team can be like, all right, hey, we really want to run our red zone package here. That's what when they flip flop, you know what I mean? So I think it's great for focusing in on and getting to hit somebody else for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I've always done that. As a coach, as a former coach, I always encourage that because you except hitting each other, your own brother kind of thing. It's just kind of like I want some fresh blood. I want to hit somebody else. How would that? Yeah, I agree with that.
Totally.
Like that.
And like I said, you can control the situations better. You can practice a lot more stuff that you want to. Where in a preseason game, you're buying to the actual game flow of the game where you're not running all your plays. You're running 5% of your playbook, just very vanilla plays to get it out there and stuff like that. That's like when the Hall of Fame game, I saw a bunch of commenters saying the Lions are going to miss Ben Johnson because the Lions only scored 7 points. I was like, first of all, no starters played at all. Second of all, it's the very first preseason game. Do you think they're going to be running all their plays? No, they're going to. All they did was hand the ball off and throw slant routes. That's all they did.
No. You're spot on. Obviously, with the money line pick plus 115 with the Chargers.
Yeah,
so we'll talk about our pick in the next video of this upcoming preseason game. I have one for sure that's guaranteed lock, and now the line has changed. So talk about that shortly.
I was looking for this guy on Twitter. I can't find him now, or an X. Sorry, excuse me. It's a grandson of the guy who created the Redskins logo, and he's been petitioning to get the thing back.
Yeah,
and he was just on CNN or something like that. I can't find his Twitter handle. I was just looking for it, but I just wanted to, if I could find it, shout it out. I'll post it in the video if I see it. He posts some very cool things on X, and he goes on actual news sites. Like I said, he was on CNN talking about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I saw the same thing. But yeah, and there's a lot of Redskin followers are now following us. Shout out to I think it was Garrett Phillips was one. Redskin fan base, another. I could be here for a half hour to start naming people, but yeah, we appreciate the following and we are huge Redskin fans. I don't want to speak for Shano, but for me, my whole basement is Redskin colors. Everything I wear is Redskins. I don't wear anything that starts with a C. Trust me. Washington Redskin memories. I'm just looking down the list here. Give some shout out. A lot of people, but appreciate the love there.
Yeah, I just saw him on Twitter and I followed him and I can't find it right now, but I'll look for it and I'll put it in the description. I'm saying he's worth a follow for anybody who's a Washington fan because he posts some really cool stuff and he has a lot of stuff with the logo on it that I haven't seen before, and he'll post random pictures of he had, I think his girlfriend or his wife, I don't know if he's married or not, but it was him and her in a picture and she was wearing this shirt. I was like, I've never seen that shirt before, but a huge Redskins logo right there. Obviously it's part of his heritage and he wants it back because that was his great grandfather. Which I get.
Sure.
I'd want that back too. That's kind of cool to have a great granddad as a logo on a football helmet.
Yeah, one of our followers here, Redskins Blitz. There's my man Rod dances with Redskins. There's a guy. I love this guy. His handle is, well, it says me, but it's at Caps and Redskins. Give that guy a follow. I love it. I mean, the list goes on and on here, man. I don't want to leave anybody out, but yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we love it. Yeah, like I said, I'm a huge Redskin fan. I always will call them Redskins. I can't call them that C word. I can't. I refuse. So
yeah, it's tough.
Call me whatever. I don't care.
It's tough. And the thing about this, it's not so much a name, even though it is a terrible name, Commanders.
Right.
It's more so that Dan Snyder picked it, and it reminds me of him more than anything. Yeah. And like you said earlier in one of the videos, I can maybe deal without the name Redskins, but that logo to me is just so beautiful. It's like a work of art, and like I don't understand why that got thrown away with the name, because I hear some people think the name's offensive, whatever. That logo was designed by a Native American person for another Native American chief. I don't understand how that got thrown out. Like, how is that racist at all? Where it's designed by you get what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah,
makes
no, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah,
I kind of get the name. I get the name here and there. All right, whatever. But the logo shouldn't have been thrown out with the bathwater.
Correct. Here's what I would do. We'll finish it with the stadium. So blow up RFK tonight. No disrespect to DC Armory. I don't know what the deal is over there. I don't know if the federal government owns that or whatever. I don't know any of that stuff. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't mean to be disrespectful for that. But blow that up too. And then there's a field back. You're talking about years and years ago, because I used to take the blue line, for those who are local here, get off the metro, okay, and then boom, as soon as you turn to your right, you can see RFK right there, my guy. Okay. And it's kind of like when you go to see the Washington Nationals, off the green line, and then you go up the escalator, you go through the ticket booth thing, and then as soon as you turn around, holy cow, and it's beautiful downtown. Beautiful. Yeah. They cleaned that up really great. So hopefully they do that. But in front of the field, okay, in front of the field, right once you got off the metro, DC Army was on the right, and then right in front there's like this big, huge park. Blow that up or rip that down, make that a parking garage going into the stadium. It's just a thought.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they do it. I just can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Or do restaurants.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of restaurants going to be opening, because that the city wants to get that tax revenue, and that's an easy way to get tax revenue. Is that 10% sales tax?
It would be jobs. You can have it outside and have, like, how I hate to say it, the Cowboy Stadium, but I mean, hey, let's give credit where credit's due. Where you have a big, huge screen. I'm just saying, when you're eating, Bob.
Hey, I'm not a Cowboys fan at all, but I've been to Jerry's World. It's a very nice stadium.
Is it?
Very nice stadium. I've been down, like, I told you that, but like my wife and I loved it. We go to like one away game a year. So we went to the Cowboys Stadium 2013. I think it was 20. Yeah, it was the year after we won the division with Robert, RG3.
Right.
We won the division and we went the following year. So it was probably 2013. We went there. And yeah, it was a very, very, very nice stadium. I was like, good God, like, this is great. And like, we had to go back, the following week to go back to FedEx Field. I was like, oh God.
Great. Crazy, man. Crazy.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to us. Thanks for watching. Comment in the comments below what you think about Terry McLaurin, the RFK Stadium deal, any of that stuff. We got more videos coming out. We were gone on vacation for the last week and a half or so, but we're back in full force. Expect a lot of big things in the future. Like I said, college football and NFL football starting up. We got preseason games coming, so expect a lot of videos for those. And we're going to be having some live talk shows here, where we're going to be releasing some of our bets in the future as well. So catch us on Twitter, on X, at Just Win Bets Baby. Make sure you subscribe here. Click that little bell icon so you can see the videos that come out in the future. And we'll catch you next time.